Welcome back. It's episode 3. I'm here with my buddy Daryl and our friend Ed, and we're taking a look at replacing a roof and how to put together a very simple schedule because a lot of people think Microsoft Project is this beast and it's hard, but Daryl makes it simple for us, showing us how to do it step by step. So Daryl, next step seems to be this predecessor column. How do we proceed with that?
With this predecessor column, it's the linkages between each subtask. Now, notice how I say subtasks. You don't put any linkage or predecessor in a summary task. It's mostly used in subtasks. Now, with the first project task that you see here, which is task ID 2, it's best practice to keep it blank because with a start of a project, there's two predecessors and successors that will not need to have a linkage between them, which is the project start and the project finish. So
That
as you,
makes sense.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
so I'm gonna highlight just for purposes of visuals. I'm gonna highlight in yellow to show that we don't need to add a dependency in there or a logic to it. So
Mm.
we will go to task ID 3, which is the preparation. Now, if you look at here on the start and finish dates, they're all happening at the same time. Now, with replacing a roof on a home, that's mainly impossible at this point in time, and this considers this project unrealistic. So each task is dependent on each of them at the same time.
Mm.
So how we would link them together is on the predecessor column, after we highlighted the project start, leaving that blank, I would link it to task ID 2, which is project start. Now, when we do that, as you see here, Microsoft Project highlights the start and finish days. That means making it dependent with each other. So the project start will end on December 13th. That means your preparation will start on the next day, having it in a linear fashion.
Gotcha. So these numbers that you're typing in here, so this, when you say 2 is the predecessor, it's talking about this ID over here on the left, which is the 2 over there. I see.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
And you can do that with the remaining subtask, which is the structural work. Having task ID 4, depending on task ID 3. You see there, it adjusts once you type in the number. Same thing with cleanup and inspection, which is number 4. Doing that with the last task, which is the milestone. Now, with linking them together, it brings out our schedule from 3 days to 9 days because it gives you a more linear fashion of an actual schedule.
Gotcha. So this looks more like reality for sure. 9
Yes,
days as opposed to the 3. Gotcha. Gotcha.
yes.
Good stuff. All
And this
right.
is where the misconception of having a checklist by, say, project schedule comes into play because as you see here, this is considered a checklist. I got to do the project start before I do the preparation, and that's more using of a checklist. But with Microsoft Project, this is more elevated to a level where you can monitor and track your progress
Mm.
within
Wow.
within the schedule.
That's awesome. Well, that's going to be very interesting to see. So, Daryl, looking over here, we have this Gantt chart view, and it's very compressed. If I wanted to see it expanded so that I see like the bars a little bit elongated for context, how would I do that?
On the Gantt chart on the right, there's a menu bar in the bottom right corner. You're going to see a plus and a minus sign and a graph to adjust it. So I would do what I normally do is click on the line and it'll adjust it to specific areas in the Gantt chart, making it more detailed how you want to move it.
Oh, I see. Oh, it does look a
So,
little bit expanded now.
so the greater you go the greater you click or zoom in, you have
Mhm.
the features of
Ah,
going in down to the months, the days, and I believe the hours in some way with
gotcha.
this project.
Awesome stuff. Well, thank you for this session, Daryl. Appreciate it. Looking forward to seeing what comes next because you talked about tracking. And I'm kind of curious when the project gets rocking and rolling, it will be nice to see how you actually make some updates and show progress. Thank you.